What up, Dokkaners? We got the memorial stones finally in Dokkan, so now we can all see how many stones we've consumed over the last year. For me, it is 1,800 memorial stones, so multiply that by 50, and that is how many stones I've basically consumed over the last year. And don't do the math because it is staggering, it is depressing, and I don't want to talk about it. So let's talk about it. No, we're going to be talking about what you can do with these memorial stones, and spoiler alert, the answer to that premise in this video is to do nothing. Don't spend these memorial stones just yet. Save. I know that sounds crazy, but trust me, it's for a good reason. We are at a very interesting point right now in the worldwide download celebration. Why? Because we haven't even started the banners yet. The banners haven't even come out yet. We have basically next to no information regarding banners and units that are of note coming up. So I'm not just talking about the banners themselves. Assuming this is going to be dropping in a couple of days. In fact, this is going to be dropping presumably a couple of hours after the Dokkan Now premiere concludes and the live stream concludes, which would be August 26th in the evening time. We also still don't even know what the upcoming EZAs are going to be like. So there's actually a lot of crucial information that's missing that would otherwise allow you to make a more informed decision. So when it comes to these memorial stones, keep in mind, folks, this is a overinflated version of a red coin. In all of my red coin videos, I'm always saying that keep in mind, folks, 500 red coins is the equivalent of 2,500 dragon stones being spent. This is the same thing except on steroids. Here, you are spending 7,500 dragon stones to get 150 memorial stones. Why is 150 important? I'm trying to find the thing here. I can't find it. Oh, I'm kind of tired. Okay, 150 memorial stones. You can spend 150 memorial stones to pick up any one of these specific Dokkan characters. Now, while that seems like a pretty dumb decision to make, if you are somebody who has a ton of these characters and otherwise don't need to roll the dice by doing non-guaranteed SSR summons using tickets on these fat banners, then you could make the argument that picking up a specific character might be better for you. Let's just say, you've been playing for the game for 2 years. You have all of these characters except for Tech Vegito Blue. So what would you want to do there? You would want to go for the Tech Vegito Blue. How do you do that? You could either roll the dice by doing summons, or you could just pick them up directly if you have enough memorial stones to do it. That is the convenience fee that they provide. We don't like it. It's too expensive, but it is what it is. But hold up. The danger with picking up Tech Vegito Blue right now, even though it makes sense, you don't have the character, you have everybody else, but you don't have the character, is the stuff that I was mentioning before. We don't know what these EZAs are going to be like. We don't know what Part 2's EZAs are going to be like. We don't even know what Part 3's EZAs are going to be like. And the most important thing is, we don't even know who is featured on the upcoming banners yet. Now, if you're watching this video after the banners have released, well, that is obviously a different story. For you, if you've already finished all of your summons on the Dual Dokkan Festival banner, and if you really don't want to wait until Part 2 or Part 3, you could then make your decision on who to pick up, assuming you've already done all your summons on these banners. Let's just say Tech Vegito Blue is featured on this Vegito upcoming Dokkan Festival banner. Well, if he's featured, you're probably going to pick him up while you're trying to pursue this unit. So if that happens, well, now you have saved yourself the headache, the heartache of knowing that you consumed 7,500 dragon stones to pick up a useless copy, right? That's very, very important. So please, at the very least, if you do not want to wait that long, at least wait until the banners release for the Dual Dokkan Festival before making your decision. Do your summons on the banners before making the decision. The one thing that you can afford to do in terms of spending your memorial stones, if you have the ability to do so, is that they will actually be offering you, for 105 memorial stones, the opportunity to get 3 free multi opportunities on the upcoming Dual Dokkan Festival and Carnival banners during the worldwide download celebration. This rainbow ticket right here can be used on any of the banners in the worldwide download celebration from now until October 10th. So that's basically just like the 8-year anniversary. You could summon on the Part 1 Dokkan festivals. You could summon on the Part 2 Carnival banners. I myself went for the Carnival banners during the 8-year anniversary, and if you guys saw those videos, I pulled a couple decent units, including one of the headliners. So picking these up gives you 3 opportunities to do multis on those banners. I think that's an even better deal than any of these characters. While these characters are absolutes, they're guarantees because you get the character. I personally feel, given the gravity of these 2 units coming up and how impactful they're going to be to the meta and how good they're going to be, I think having more opportunities to summon for these broken characters will be far more important than picking up a sure thing with these guys. Because after all, these guys will come back eventually on future banners, and you will never want to pull them during those times, but you probably will, right? Like if you're missing AGL Trunks, he's not the greatest unit right now. Maybe at some point down the road, he could get a great Link buddy who makes him so much better. At that point, he might also be featured on an upcoming Dokkan Festival. When that happens, you can go try to pursue him there. So, you know, there's a lot of things to consider before you ultimately do that. But I do think that if you have the opportunity to spare some for this, you should. These tickets up here are the free ticket summons. I'll do another video explaining each ticket individually. But these rainbow ones are the most valuable ones out there. And that's why they only offer a limited amount. Notice how these are unlimited. Notice how picking up these characters are also infinite. You can buy as many copies as you want. But this you can only buy 21 because they know how broken this is. 3 free multis, even if it's non-GSSR on Dual Dokkan Festival Carnival banners, those are crazy. Those are really, really crazy. So keep that in mind before you actually pick any of these units up. And then of course, the general conversation is, if, you know, let's just say for argument's sake, you are having to choose between some of these characters, who do you pick? The general way to look at this, the way I feel like it's safe to generalize, is the further up you go, the more relevant the units are. These older units, the OG 90s, the older Dokkan Festival characters, these guys, even with their EZAs, they just don't compare these days. So if you're trying to decide between, you know, AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku and AGL Trunks, as much as we like to clown on this AGL Trunks Dokkan Festival, he is by far and away better than the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Why? Because he's more relevant, he's newer, he hasn't even had an EZA yet, and even without the EZA, even at his SSR level, he is 10 times better than this guy. So generally speaking, the further up you go, the better. Now, let me just give you a couple of tune picks if you want to know my personal opinion based on my experiences with these characters. Some of my favorite units among the bunch would be Tech 1718. I love this character in terms of the immunity to key-based super attacks, the insane heal factor with the orb changing, the ability to delay an enemy target for 1 turn, fantastic ability for no iteming red zones or just doing any sort of challenge event. So I think 1718 might be my favorite among the bunch. I think most people can probably agree with that. I think that this is the best unit to pick up from anybody. 1718 is good. I like PyCon a lot. Same sort of abilities like the 17 in the sense of delaying target. You have maneuverability. This one has the key nullification. This guy has dodge. So if you give him a max dodge build, he's a fantastic support as well. Janemba can also be very useful. I do like Janemba and PyCon. Ginyu is a great pickup if you are a new player and you don't have a solid lead to lead your free-to-play Ginyu Force team. This Ginyu is actually really, really good for that. We don't know what the Tech Trunks is going to be like. We don't know what the AGL Zamasu is going to be like. We don't know if Part 2 is going to give us Int Goku Black. So while I want to comment on these, I really can't because at the moment, they suck. They need something, and these EZAs might make them really, really good. So keep an eye out for those. Blue Kaioken is among one of my favorite units of all time. This EZA is insanely good when in the right setting. And then there's a couple of others, but I don't really want to just keep diluting, you know, the Toons picks by giving you choice after choice after choice. So hopefully that narrows it down and it helps some of you guys out. You know who you are, you know what situations you're in. But if you have any sort of doubt in terms of picking up a character right now, there is no shame in waiting. You have until October 4th to make this decision. So there is absolutely no rush. You've got the entire worldwide download celebration. Something could change between now and the end of Part 2. Maybe you pull some crazy units and now suddenly you're in the market for a great unit that links well with that new LR that you pick up or whatever, you know? So the longer you wait, the more you will benefit from this decision. I guarantee it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this situation at the moment. Right now, before the Dokkan Festival banners release, what do you think you should be doing? What do you recommend other people to do? Do you also recommend to wait? Are there certain characters that, in your opinion, are must-haves in terms of picking up with Memorial Stones, either via ticket summons or direct Memorial Stone pickup? Let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. And if you're watching this after the Dokkan Festival banners release, what unit did you come back to pick up? Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let each know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.